NOCHE UFC. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. Looking forward to talking about each of the matchups on this historic card after seeing the fighters on the scales. So make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on and make sure you share the video too. And also note, I will be live for the entire NOCHE UFC fight card Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss the fight companion. And let's get into the first fight on the card. We have Raul Rosas Jr. versus Aoriqileng. I have been picking Raul Rosas Jr. throughout the week. Mexican fighter, savage 17-year-old debut, and then eventually now at nearly 20, seeming like he's got some promise. He has a clear-cut grappling advantage. Chee-wee-wees. That's all I got to say for this fight. I'm telling you, Rosas Jr. is way better on the ground than Aoriqileng. I like Aoriqileng at the damn press conference. He was a savage. He said he's going to be the first guy to kill Rosas Jr. I mean, if he kills him, he'd be the only guy that does it. I hope that doesn't happen. Jesus. It's one thing if he gets a knockout, but, you know, we're hoping both guys come out okay. Not trying to put any bad juju in the air or anything like that. But I don't think Aoriqileng is going to kill Rosas Jr. I don't think he's going to beat Rosas Jr. I think Raul Rosas Jr. is going to put on a very grappling-heavy performance. I think he's going to garner significant amounts of control time, which will lead him into the back control and eventually strangling Aoriqileng. Listen, Aoriqileng got taken down a few times by Cháirez in like a fairly competitive fight. Rosas Jr. in his debut made Cháirez look like an amateur, and he sent him back to the damn regional scene. Now, Aoriqileng, he did beat Perrin too. We didn't take an L to him, but much more competitive. Rosas Jr. has a clear-cut grappling edge. I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to strike a little bit. I heard that Aiden Ross interviewed Rosas, and he said that if he knocks out Aoriqileng, he'd give him some type of prize. I forget what it was, but he'd give him something. I don't think that's going to cause him to go away from the game plan and just swing for a knockout, because then he could be live to get caught. But shit, like Rosas' chin, too thick, bro. He's got a chinny chin on him. And I think he can probably eat a pretty good punch too, on top of being damn near impossible to choke out, because that chin is like an extra support system to fight against rear nakeds. There is Aoriqileng. He looked okay on the scale. I don't know. Aoriqileng lacks a little personality. He needs to add a face tattoo and dye his hair blonde if he really wants to gain some fan interest. Because, you know, he's just kind of that other guy with the Asian name, Aoriqileng. One of those Mongolian guys that just didn't get the hype like a Li Jingliang type of fighter, you know? There's Rosas Jr. I mean, listen, he looks like he's straight from Sesame Street, but he'll strangle you too, bro. He's the toughest dude on Sesame Street for sure. And he's in great physical condition. This ain't a beauty pageant. Rosas Jr., he's got an interesting look to him. Holy shit. I'm telling you, though, that chinny chin, that super underbite, I don't know if this dude can be knocked out. And that nose is pretty thick, too. How you going to damage his face? You better be ripping him with shots to the body, because, I don't know, that abnormal structure, it looks like he's got 2 to 3 times the damn bone density of everybody else. Let's check out the face-off. Holy chin. Look at that. I'm telling you, look at the face differential. Forget about the physiques in this fight. Both guys are in fine shape. Look at the face. Look at the difference in the density of the jaw. We got 2 jaws, essentially, with Rosas. And we got freaking, you know, Aori with, you know, a normal human template chin. Rosas Jr., he seriously looks like the dudes that you play with in UFC, the game, and you just absolutely fuck with the sliders. I think it does something. I think it gives him some type of superpower in the cage. So I'm going with the Crimson Chin, the Mexican Crimson Chin, El Loco Crimson Chino, to get a win. And I think he's going to take it to the ground, and he is going to have great success dominating Aori in grappling. As far as the odds, my fucking word, there's nothing we can do. They told me to go F myself because you can't even really do much on a parlay. A 2-fighter parlay with these two, yeah, you'll get an extra 10 points. Holy shit. -1,000 for Raul Rosas Jr. He's a lock, though. plus 700 for Aori. How can I make money with this fight? How? When there's a will, there's a way. Under 2.5 minus 325 is not insane. Okay. We got more. Wait, Rosas via submission, minus 175. That's my official pick. Maybe in a parlay. Inside distance is not crazy at minus 350, but boy, it's fucking chalky. Holy shit. Looking at round props, Rosas Jr. has grappling success in round number 1, but Aori survives. Round number 2 commences and Rosas gets a finish on the floor. Plus 260 for a round 2 straight prop. Plus 325 for that round 2 sub prop. That is degenerate as fuck. I don't recommend doing round props with substantial amounts, but you know, I know some of you guys are driving those fucking AMGs or those Lamborghinis. There's some rich savages that are throwing, you know, heavy hundreds at damn, you know, big plus money tags, maybe heavy thousands, to be honest with you. You can do it. If you're a normal guy, you're probably touching money lines, over-unders, and the occasional prop. But the round props are for the D-Gen savages. And I do think Rosas wins by second round sub. That's my official pick. But it could happen in the first, you know? So you'll be kicking yourself. Damn it. I played second round and he got it in the first or he got it in the third. You know what I mean? So sub is not a bad line either. Raul Rosas Jr. is still a good prospect. I mean, dude is not even 20, but he's got that grown man strength. And the fact that he strangled Ricky Turcios, I think that's impressive because Turcios has pretty good jiu-jitsu. He's an Ultimate Fighter winner. Rosas is a problem. El Nino Problema is no lies detected. He gets a W and he submits Aoriqileng. Let's keep running. Let's get to our second fight on this card. This is some flyweight supremacy. We got Edgar Cháirez versus Joshua Van. I've been picking Joshua Van all week, but womp, womp, womp. He did not get one question asked to him at the press conference. There's no love for Joshua Van. He's going to get some love back. I'm telling you, everybody now is overlooking him. Oh, 2 months ago he was knocked out. True, but he's 22, right? At 22, you can recover from a bad knockout like that quicker, in my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy. Joshua Van is the better striker. For sure, he's the better boxer. He is going to put relentless pressure on Edgar Cháirez. He is going to find his shots, and he is going to rip him up with big punches. And the thing I love about Joshua Van is the fact that he does not discriminate. He'll rip you to the body. He doesn't just headhunt. That's why I believe he has some real trending potential, even after, pop out the Zin, shout out to him, even after a loss to Charles Johnson. I think Joshua Van still is a talented guy with a lot of upside. It's like, okay, he lost to Charles Johnson, but besides the knockout, did he not look pretty good? He won the second round. He was coming on strong. I thought he was finding his flow. I thought momentum had shifted towards Joshua Van before he got dusted in round 3. Edgar Cháirez doesn't have that type of striking. Now, where Cháirez does bring a threat to Joshua Van in this fight is on the floor. Cháirez has some pretty slick submissions. He has long limbs, right? And those long limb mofos, holy shit, they're annoying to deal with on the ground. His long arms and legs can cause for some nice strangles or even a potential strangle with the legs, a triangle. I think, though, Joshua Van's grappling defense is going to be good here. And his shorter limbs, I think he can fight off the positions. I think it is a fair amount of striking. Cháirez doesn't have high caliber wrestling, right? He's good if it hits the ground. So is he going to pull guard on Joshua Van? If he pulls guard on Joshua Van, I wouldn't be surprised if Van rips him with some power shots from top. I don't think you want Van on top of you throwing ground and pound. And I don't know about Cháirez pulling guard. I think he is going to try to wrestle, and he's going to be met by some strong resistance from Joshua Van. And I think Van's going to be landing multi-shot combinations with his clear-cut boxing advantage. He's going to walk Cháirez down. I know Cháirez has the long reach, but he doesn't have the stinging punch to keep Van off of him, and he doesn't have a great jab either. He's got decent kickboxing, but I think it's more kick-based than anything else. And Van's clearly better with his punching. So we're going with Joshua Van to catch a W. We got to check them out on the scales, though. How do these savages look on the scale? Look at Joshua Van, in shape, shredded, jacked. I think he's still a good prospect. Don't overlook him. A loss to Charles Johnson does not equal, let's not pay attention to him. He's got no hope. He's still a savage on the come up and somebody you must respect and you must keep an eye on. I'm a big Joshua Van fan still. I don't care about that loss. Edgar Cháirez, holy shit. He looks like one of those straight, cholo gangsters from LA. 100% gang beaner style, bro. And I feel like if he had one of those cars with the hydraulics bouncing around, like from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, if you used to play that, the early 2000s style, I feel like he'd be driving one of those. Just looks like, he's very slim. Normally they got a little more belly fat. They got the little guts. So he, little cholo on the diet. I like Edgar Cháirez. He's a gangster for real. Like, he gives gangster vibes for sure. The dude can definitely fight. He's got the shades on. He's got a savage vibe. But I'm telling you, he's running into the wrong flyweight. He ain't going to beat him. I don't think so. We're going to pull up the face-off between these two. And it was a respectable face-off, but it was quite intense. Joshua Van, Edgar Cháirez, they're staring right into each other's souls. And DraftKings getting a damn shout out for nothing from me because the damn pictures from the weigh-ins got the DraftKings spot. That's funny. There's no paid promo in this. That's just DraftKings being with the UFC. But shit, DraftKings, you should hit me up. Look at this face-off, though. Look at this intensity. Cháirez is staring into his soul. It's really not that crazy. I'm overhyping a little bit. I got to sell it a little bit. But I think Joshua Van's going to win the fight. I think Joshua Van's got the goods for him with the hands, and I think he's going to be the man come fight day, even though he's given up a little bit of height and reach. Now, he's a big favorite, minus 250 range for Joshua Van. Cháirez as a plus 212 dog. Interesting to see Cháirez at, over that plus 200 tag. I mean, I think the odds could be lined a lot closer. At open, they were minus 300, which I think is crazy. I feel like Van at minus 170, minus 175 makes sense, but shit, minus 250, we've spread wide. And the fact that opened that 3-1 is like, I don't know, it's unfathomable. I don't think it's that much of a skill gap. Over 2.5, minus 185. Cháirez is a Mexican fighter. He's going to take a good punch. Body shot's going to be Van's keys to victory, but I still think he outstrikes him to a decision. So my official pick is Van on the scorecards, plus 115 for a decision. I am a Joshua Van fan, and I believe he's going to beat Edgar Cháirez. He'll stop the grappling, he'll beat him in the striking, and he'll take home a big win for himself and get the respect back of the fans. Van, not to be forgotten yet. The Myanmar prospect has still got a ton of potential. And at 22, you can't write him off. He's getting a W. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card. Ladies going after it. It's Yasmin Jauregui versus Ketlen Souza. I've been picking Yasmin Jauregui all week to get a W over Ketlen Souza. I really believe Jauregui is substantially more technical. And on top of that, she has a clear-cut speed advantage. Ketlen Souza is pretty good with throwing power shots, but against any mid-level opposition she's fought, it has been decision wins, right? If she was going out and laying everybody clean, then I'd be like, man, maybe she does got this real deal puncher's chance. But I don't think so. Jauregui got caught with a weird shot a year ago against Denise Gomes, and she got knocked out. Obviously, a really unfortunate outcome for her because she was a big favorite in that fight. But Gomes is an absolute murderer. And I don't think Ketlen Souza has those type of skills. I mean, she did look like a freaking elite contender against Mara McMahon, but it's Mara McMahon, though. It's not like she went out there and beat, a Denise Gomes or shit. It's not like she beat a Lucindo. Lucindo's on the fucking rise right now, and Jauregui has a win over her. That's aged pretty damn well. I think Jauregui's going to be pretty clean with the striking in this fight. Probably cruise to a decision. Souza's going to be looking to throw hard. Don't be shocked if Jauregui potentially gets on top of Souza as well. I know Souza's got a little bit of punching power, but I don't think she's great at getting the finish. Ketlen Souza also, she did lose by knockout to Ariane Carnelosi on the regional scene. She went down from body shots. She's been stopped by leg kicks before. And I think Jauregui just has way more tools in the stand-up game that I think she's going to work a pretty clean striking style, pick her shots pretty well, have a significant amount of volume, hit Ketlen Souza with some nice punches and kicks, probably move around a lot. She's got a big footwork advantage, and I think she's en route to getting a win. She's coming off that Sam Hughes win. Sam Hughes is a decent name, substantially better than Mara McMahon. Now, granted, you could say, oh, but her other loss is to Karine Silva, who's on the come-up at flyweight. True, weight class up, and Karine Silva's real good, but Ketlen Souza got completely destroyed on the ground in that fight. And maybe Jauregui surprises us with a little grappling showcase too. I wouldn't be super shocked if she shows more than just the striking tools here. But either way, if it is just striking, I still think Jauregui pulls through and wins. Let's look at the scales. We got Jauregui looking shredded in shape. Look at the physique on her. Holy shit. Holy obliques. Jauregui looks shredded. Ketlen Souza, I mean, she's in pretty good shape too. I can't really knock Ketlen Souza. I don't have any roast for her. She looks a little scary. But I think she's going to lose the fight, man. I don't know. I don't think she's got the skills for Jauregui. She doesn't have, the precision for Jauregui. She might be able to throw a hard punch, but can she land a hard punch on somebody with good, elusive striking like Jauregui has? I doubt it. I know Denise Gomes caught her, but yo, stop living in that fantasy land. We're going to see that again because we're not. Chill. Just because Denise Gomes caught her with the big shot and put her out doesn't mean that fucking Ketlen Souza is going to do it. Get out of my face with that. Stop it. Jauregui is going to outstrike her for 3 rounds en route to a unanimous decision, and I'd be pretty damn shocked if she doesn't win this fight. It's a setup fight for her to shine and thrive at NOCHE UFC. Minus 525, Jauregui, another disgustingly wide favorite, but she's still a confident call. Plus 400 for Ketlen Souza. Yeah, I think Jauregui's taking it home. Jauregui for the Dubski, minus 275 for the over. I will predict it goes long. I think her striking's going to look clean. Bop, bop, boom, bing, bing, bong type shit. And I think Jauregui's getting a decision at minus 155. So we're going with Jauregui to win. I think that she's pretty well proven. I mean, beating Sam Hughes is actually a really nice win to have. She's beaten Estela Nunes. Granted, she was dropped against Nunes. Not a great look, but she still was able to knock her out. Jauregui's got decent recovery. She's not going to get Denise Gomes, okay? Gomes got her. She came out like a savage, rocked her initially, and then got like a 20-second knockout. I don't think Ketlen Souza rinses and repeats that. I think Ketlen Souza is not near the level of Denise Gomes. She definitely doesn't have the speed like Gomes, and don't overrate her because she absolutely destroyed Marnik. Man, she didn't knock her out, though. And she ain't knocking out the Mexican savage Jauregui either. So Jauregui for the Dubski in the 3rd fight on the card. Let's keep running up. Next fight. Woo! We got Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes. This is an incredibly dope fight. And I, for one, cannot freaking wait to see these two. Holy shit. I am going with Manuel Torres to beat Ignacio Bahamondes. And I'm going as far as to say he is going to find a finish. I've been picking him all week. Manuel Torres is an incredibly dangerous fighter. He's very dangerous in the striking. Nice knockout ability. Dangerous elbows. He showcased that. Holy shit. The elbow knockout of Nicholas Mota was devastating. But last time, he showed he's got some jiu-jitsu against Chris Duncan. Now, he does raise the chin a little bit, and big hooks have caught him in the past. But he's a Mexican fighter, and normally they can eat bombs like nobody else. So I'm not too worried about Manuel Torres' chin here. Now, Bahamondes is a pretty talented fighter. He's got good long striking, nice teep kicks. He picks his shots relatively well. The thing is, I feel like in this fight here, Manuel Torres might surprise Bahamondes with his grappling prowess. We saw Bahamondes get taken down and beaten up a bit by Ludovic Klein, who's primarily known for a straight kickboxing style. Manuel Torres has underrated jiu-jitsu, and there is a world where he gets to the back of Bahamondes and he chokes him out. I'm hoping that's the world we're living in, because I'm going to pick Manuel Torres by sub. Ultimately, inside distance and him getting a finish is the call. I think if it's a violent striking affair, you got to go with the Mexican savage over the Chilean beast. I'm going with Manuel Torres to find a way to win. I think he's the more dangerous striker, and I'm excited to see the scales. Not that I anticipated a change of heart with the scales. Manuel Torres, he's a pretty cool guy. Look at him. He's got the shredded physique. He's got the shades. He's got the gold chain. Those are pretty cool shades. I don't even know what type of shades those are. Let me know in the comments if you know what type of shades are those. I might have to cop a pair. I like those a lot. Ignacio Bahamondes, I mean, shit. He looked like Jeffrey Dahmer at the damn press conference. Somehow, some way, he's still got those serial killer teeth, man. He's got that psychotic look to him. There's another guy on the card that has a similar vibe, but we'll talk about that a little later. Bahamondes is interesting, but I think that we're going to see a W for Manuel. I'm just feeling the Manuel Torres side. Now, I guess Manuel Torres wants to be like Hannibal Lecter or something like that. He comes out with the savage face mask, and honestly, I respect it. He's saying, listen, bro, I'll bite you if I have to. He's ready to fight tooth and nail. Both guys, respectable with the face off. You can see Bahamondes even smirking a little bit. It's going to be a really cool fight, and it's a real nice clash of violent styles. Now, Bahamondes is listed at being 6'3", with Torres listed at 5'10", but chat, let me know. Do you agree with that? Because I don't think so. I mean, Bahamondes looks like 2 inches taller, maybe 6'1" to 5'11". I don't know about Bahamondes being 6'3". I know he's a little bit slouched, so maybe you give him 3 inches. I don't think he's 6'3". I don't buy it. And a lot of people are using the height of Bahamondes to sell themselves on him outpointing Manuel Torres. But I'm telling you, there's not much of a size difference between these two. And you're going to see it when they get inside of the damn cage that Manuel Torres is the one. Let's look at the odds. Ooh, Manuel Torres minus 123. So playable. If you like this fight, you can actually fucking bet it. You can throw down a money line play. You don't have to parlay it or prop it. Minus 123 Manuel, plus 103 Bahamondes. I picked Manuel Torres when he was an underdog. The line is flipped. Money's coming down on the other side, man. He was an underdog throughout the week. He was at plus money. You see it there. He was a plus money guy. Minus 105. The odds were close. Now he's minus 123. Still close odds, but not as good, as minus 105. But I'm picking Manuel Torres to find a way to win. Now, if you're a degenerate, good luck. If you're a degenerate, good luck. We got inside distance, which is not crazy degenerate. Manuel's a straight finisher. It's plus 120 for the inside distance. But maybe you like the submission because you're a degen better. You want it. It's plus 400. People been playing it. I got to get a sip of water. Holy shit, I'm ranting heavy. People been playing it, though. That plus 400 line was plus 500 a couple days ago. So money has come in on that side because people are seeing the real possibility that Torres on the ground is a tricky guy to deal with. He's dangerous on the floor. He's dangerous everywhere. Not that Bahamondes doesn't bring any danger factor to the fight, but there is a fucking level difference of danger. Torres is a straight murderer, and he's yet to lose in the UFC. We've seen Bahamondes lose twice inside of the octagon. And I think Manuel Torres is beating him too. So Torres money line, my favorite of all the potential bets. I'm picking him to win. Favorite of the bets for that fight specifically. We're going with Manuel for the W. Let's jump to our featured prelim of the night. The ladies are going after it here. We got Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont. We got a little Mexico versus Brazil in this one. And it's actually a really fun featured bout. Now, I am picking Irene Aldana. I believe that Aldana has the clear-cut striking advantage. More specifically, boxing advantage. She is definitely better with her hands. Now, she's a heavy, pressure-based striking style with very nice combination punches, good, consistent volume, insane durability. She's a relentless fighter that likes to engage. And even if she's taken down, she's going to fight like hell to get back up to her feet. She's Mexican. She's a gritty veteran. Come on, she's got that super Mexican style for real. Aldana's dope. Now, Norma Dumont on the other side is a well-rounded fighter too. She's got pretty decent hands, nice 1-2s down the center, but her bread and butter is clinch pressure, takedowns, control, and submission threats, but not really submissions, okay? She's not a good finisher. Most of the time, Dumont's winning these decisions. I also think Dumont is going to be relatively durable. I mean, she was knocked out in one UFC fight. It was against Megan Anderson. She got flatlined. That was a bad fight for her, but she's done a lot better since then. She's on a 4-fight win streak. There's things to like. Granted, beat de Randamie. De Randamie hadn't fought in a decade, okay? She hadn't fought in forever, and she got grapple fucked, and she's never been good on the ground. Chelsea Chandler turned out to be a can. Granted, she had Chandler running scared. Corral Hossa win is nice because that's the last fight for Aldana. It's a Corral Hossa win. But that Hossa Aldana fight was an all-time classic banger. Dumont and Hossa, not the same. Danielle Wolf win. What does that mean? She was 1-0. You get what I'm saying? There's not much steam on the damn win over Danielle Wolf. Aldana's most recent loss came against the GOAT, the female GOAT, the GWOAT, Amanda Nunes. And I think Aldana's still got some fight left in her. I know she's 36. But it's not like Norma Dumont is 30. She's not just coming up now and looking this good. No, she's good, but she's a seasoned veteran. She's nearly 34 years of age. There's not a crazy age difference. I think Aldana can outdog her. I think in a back-and-forth war, Aldana's going to be the one doing more damage. And I'm picking the superior striking and ability to land damaging shots over the potential pressure grappling, especially at NOCHE UFC, which I don't know. I got a little feeling that violence is going to be what the judges are looking for. Because every damn card is different. At the Apex, give it control. At NOCHE, Give me violence. We'll see what the damn judges are doing because damage is supposed to trump all, but it doesn't because judges change their mind all the time. I'm expecting for Noche, the judges looking for violence. Irene Aldana looking good on the scale. She looks in shape, solid. Everything looks good. She still looks young. Dumont looks pretty jacked. She's got the shredded obliques. She got a little bicep peak coming in. I give Dumont credit. Dumont's in very good physical condition for this fight, but that don't mean nothing to me, okay? She's taking on a Mexican with a massive heart and a Mexican who's bigger than her. Look at the size difference. Aldana a little taller, a little more physically imposing. I don't think that Norma Dumont is going to be able to body Irene Aldana in the grappling. And that's what she's going to have to do. Because if it's stand-up warfare, Aldana's got to beat. I think Irene Aldana's going to land some big punch combinations. I think she's going to look clean on the feet. I think she's going to hand Dumont her first loss in a while. And I think she's setting her back in the rankings. I think Aldana's still got some savage fight left in her. And with a win, as crazy as this sounds, like how far away is she from a title picture? She's still in the mix. Lost to Nunes, okay. Before that, her most recent loss prior to that was fucking Holly Holm. Nah, I think that Aldana's good. And I know somebody say, oh, but Macy Chiasson controlled her in the second round. She did, fair point. Still, the first round, Aldana won, and she finished the fight in the third. Dumont also got beaten by Macy Chiasson cleanly, so something just to consider. I'm going with Irene Aldana. Damage trumps all, and damage gets her a win. I think she takes it home for the Mexican people to close out the prelims. And she's an underdog at -105. Even money underdog. -115 for Norma Dumont. Give me the Irene Aldana side. Give me Aldana for the W. I think a big, violent Mexican display. I think this could be a war. Now, all week I've been saying over 2.5. But as we get closer to the fight, I'm a little more nervous on the over 2.5. But I do think it is going to go over 2.5. That is -450. That's chalky as fuck, though. That line sucks. It's a confident call, but it sucks. At this point, fuck it. Give me the money line. I'm risking it all. Give me Aldana down the center. I'm looking for the value. I do think the over 4.5 hits. The official prediction is Aldana by decision. I do know that she has punch and power, but lately she's been getting these decisions. +115 to +140 range for an Aldana decision. I agree with that, but why would you do it? For just a little bit more, if it's like +115 or -105, I'd rather bet -105 just in case she knocks her out, right? Why would I do +115? No point. Aldana for the W. Violent display incoming. Epic war incoming. And I'm actually really stoked to see these ladies throw down. I think it's going to deliver as the feature prelim. Aldana for the win. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep running. Let's jump to our main card opener. We got Ronaldo Rodríguez versus Ode Osbourne. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm picking Ronaldo Lazy Boy Rodríguez. Puta madre. I love the shit talk. The press conference was off the chain. To be honest, without Lazy Boy at that press conference, it would have been a complete dud. But he made some magic happen, and I couldn't understand 80% of it, and the translator wasn't even able to keep up, but it still sounded badass, and the facial expressions Rodríguez was making as he was talking some crazy shit to Ode Osbourne was one of a kind. It was very special. I think the Mexican shit talk in combat sports, superior to all. Is second to none. Very few like it. Maybe like a Prime McGregor or a Chael, but when you're talking about average guys, the whole, average level of the bracket of shit talkers, Ronaldo Rodríguez brought the fire. He looked really marketable. And his fighting style is good too. It's not like Ronaldo Rodríguez can't fight. Ronaldo Rodríguez is a good pressure brawler, and he makes fighters uncomfortable, man. He comes in with wide hooks. He throws pretty much power into damn every punch. Now, he isn't super technical, and Ode Osbourne is a little cleaner with technical strikes, but I think Ode Osbourne is going to be uncomfortable with that consistent Ronaldo Rodríguez pressure. Also noted, Rodríguez likes the stance switches, something that I like about him. He has fluid hands, even though it's not that technical. Definitely got that dog in him. Good gas tank. 5 wins by submission. Where Ode Osbourne is mid as fuck, essentially trash, is on the ground. He's not known for good grappling. Last 2 fights submitted. Granted, you can say, oh, but look at Ode Osbourne's last 2. Okay, Jaffiel Filio's got awesome jiu-jitsu, fair, and Amabayev is a beast of a wrestler. Fair points. I understand. You're right. Fair points. But Ronaldo Rodríguez can outdog him and turn this into a bit of a war. And he's also super young at 25. And it was interesting because Osbourne at the press conference was so adamant about talking about the Jerome Rivera loss for Rodríguez, which was years ago. He lost to Jerome Rivera on the Contender Series. When was this? 2020, bro. August of 2020. That's 4 years ago. Rodríguez was a 21-year-old kid then. He's a man now at 25. If Ode Osbourne is just watching that fight and that's the Ronaldo Rodríguez he's expecting, shit, he's in for trouble. Rodríguez is built different now. Rodríguez is a savage, and he's got a fan-friendly style that if he gets a win, he could be catapulted into Mexican superstardom. And he's already blowing up. 500 followers on damn IG. You know what's weird is I followed Ronaldo Rodríguez after his debut. I'm like, yo, I'm a fan of this guy. It seems like I'm not the only one that felt that special thing with him. So I think he's going to perform, and I'm picking him to beat Ode Osbourne. Now, as far as the scales, let's check them out. Let's check out the scales. Ode Osbourne. Okay, he's shredded. He's in shape. Ode Osbourne is an intellectual type of guy. A little bit on the nerdier side. You know, like a Carlton from Fresh Prince, but give him some fighting skills, a tiny bit of swag, and longer hair. That's the type of person he is. So I respect Ode. He's a nice dude. He seems like a nice guy to, you know, I don't know, do your taxes or whatever. Or shit, he can fight a bit. He's okay. But, come on. Come on. If they put these two in a fucking room together, who's coming out alive? Ronaldo Rodríguez is all day. He's got those damn serial killer lips and teeth. He seems like a straight psychopath. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes from a cannibal lineage, dog. I'm sorry to say it. Maybe it's crazy. Somebody's going to hate on that. Somebody's going to hate it, but some of you going to love it. The dude seems like a fucking cannibal. If you told me he's eating people on the side, I ain't arguing. And I ain't messing with him. I want this violent psychopath to win. And I think he's gonna. He's one of the craziest dudes from fucking Mexico. Let's look at this face-off, and right away, the shit gets crazy. If Ronaldo Rodríguez was not a pro fighter, I don't know, man. I think he'd be locked in a fucking cage, dog. He's got some pent-up aggression, and I'm sorry, Ode Osbourne, you're not coming out of this one unscathed. He's taking a fat L, and Rodríguez is going to be right. Rodríguez said he's getting his last check here. He's going elsewhere. PFL will be calling for Ode after Ronaldo Rodríguez runs through him and leaves him like a fucking corpse, bro. I think he's going to finish him. I'm going Ronaldo Rodríguez for the win. I'm glazing the fuck out of him right now because the dude is a certified badass. And if you're not a fan of that type of personality, then do you even like MMA? Ronaldo Rodríguez is awesome. And it would be amazing for the UFC if he can fight damn near as good as he can talk shit. Because right now, he seems like one of the most marketable flyweights. He doesn't need to speak a lick of English. Just say, motherfucker, and talking shit. I'm in. Puta madre. That's all I need to hear. And I'm following it all. Now, as far as the odds, and look what happened. They saw the shit talk. Everybody bet him again. He's become a wider favorite. Now, at open, he was minus 270. He's currently minus 160. I think he wins. Plus 140 for Ode Osbourne. I'm picking the side of Lazy Boy. Ronaldo Rodríguez I think he's got the goods. I've been thinking over 1.5 throughout the week. The tape told me over 1.5 is live, but I won't lie to you. When you bring emotion into fights, the shit talk that these two have now partaken in, this fight could end quicker. Osbourne could bang with Rodríguez, and I'm telling you, you brawl with this dude, you ain't winning the fight. I'm going with Ronaldo Rodríguez to catch a W. Now, Ode Osbourne is tough to deal with, though, so could go longer. Sub or decision was my official method of victory call, but Ode Osbourne was badly chinned by Tyson Nam a few fights back. Now, granted, it's not like he's chinny, but it's just something worth mentioning. Inside distance for Rodríguez at plus 150. What's submission? Plus 300. What's KO? Plus 400. Listen, it's a dangerous game with prop betting, but I do think Ronaldo Rodríguez is live to get it done inside distance. Pre-press conference, I would have told you guys confident on over 1.5. Post-press conference, I'm a little more nervous about it. But either way, I got the same guy winning. I'm going Lazy Boy, Ronaldo Rodríguez to get the biggest win of his life. I think he's taking Ode Osbourne out. I think he's whooping that ass. He's going to give him a beating. Lazy Boy, I can't wait. Lazy Boy gang, stand up. The army is coming in droves now. The dude's fan base is popping off, and I am one of them. Glad to say I joined the damn hype train early on, following him since his debut. Let's keep running. Next fight. Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics. I've been picking Esteban Ribovics, and there is a majority who say I'm crazy. Let me get a sip of water. a majority who say I'm crazy. Okay? But there is a percentage of you guys that can see what I'm saying about Esteban Ribovics. It's not like Daniel Zellhuber is this perfect kickboxer. He's got decent striking. He's got a long jab. He fights pretty well from distance. He times his straights. He's got a nice kicking skill set. He's not one-dimensional. He's fairly well-rounded, and he's bringing in a big reach advantage of 8 inches here. Ribovics does have that high and tight pressure boxing style, though. The dude's relentless. He's got quick hands. He's got knockout power. I mean, last fight, he showed his nasty high kick skills. He's definitely got some dangerous high kicks. Granted, giving up this much height and reach, unlikely the high kick lands, but can you imagine it did? He's a bullying style. Zellhuber's been caught on the inside before. And I don't know how he's going to respond to a big bomb by Ribovics. Now, granted, this fight might turn into a back-and-forth war. Both guys are skilled prospects right now. But I just feel like Zellhuber might have a crackable chin. And I'm going Esteban Ribovics as an underdog. I'm picking him. I think he's live for a knockout. I think he's live for a decision. I think he's live to win a back-and-forth war. And also, don't doubt Ribovics on the floor. I know the Kamuela Kirk fight. I know the Loic Rajabov fight. He's gotten way better since then. The dude is peaking now. He's trained at Killcliff FC. He's in incredible shape. And I'm telling you, he's a dangerous guy. And he's got a lot of upside potential. Now, Zellhuber's real solid too. Win over Prado last time. Picked him apart to a decision. Esteban Ribovics is a much better version of Prado, though. Prado also got cleanly outstruck from the outside of Jamie Malarkey, and everybody's acting like, yo, that's a massive W. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, submitting Yagos is impressive. Getting a UFC win is always big. I know, for the fucking politically correct folks. Yes, it's always big, but I'm talking about to really make your mark in the UFC, not just getting wins as a fighter. Esteban Ribovics is an extremely tough test for Daniel Zellhuber. I don't think this is any bit of a walk in the park. I think it's a competitive-ass fight, and I think Ribovics can outdog him. So give me Esteban Ribovics to take home a massive upset and the biggest win of his life. There is Esteban Ribovics. He's looking jacked on the scale. I think Ribovics is good. That testosterone's going up. You see his beard's getting thicker, man. He's growing up on us. Zellhuber still looks young, though. He's got the baby face. Bro, you just look at Zellhuber's head. If I told you, dog, he's 15, are you questioning it? You think he can take a bomb from Ribovics? You think he can outdog him? Look in his eyes and tell me. And now tell me to my face. Look at me. Tell me. I don't think so. I think Ribovics is taking it home. But let's check out the face-off. We got to see. Maybe something changed as they go face-to-face. Maybe we're feeling something different. Zellhuber, tall dude. As we knew, doesn't look super tall. He looks more boyish than Ribovics. Look at the head size differential. Ribovics has one of those massive fucking heads. It looks like Zellhuber, he's got kind of a small head. Interesting. He's, but maybe he slips a shot better. Maybe that chin don't hold up. Like we were talking about Raul Rosas, got that crazy bone density in his chin. Zellhuber still got the baby face, bro. I think Ribovics is live to win. I think Ribovics going to give him a hard fight. And a beat down. Not like a complete beating, though. It's not there won't be moments for Zellhuber, but he's going to get hurt by punches. He may end up surviving a decision, but I think he's losing the fight. I'm going Esteban Ribovics to outstrike and outdog Daniel Zellhuber. The odds are wide as fuck. Minus 232 for Zellhuber. Plus 197 for Esteban Ribovics. My God. Wide odds. Wide odds. Too damn wide. Why are they so wide? I mean, I like it because I'm picking Ribovics, but shit, Zellhuber should not be a minus 230 favorite. Minus 175, even if it was minus 190 like the Lopes Ortega line, which early spoiler. Over 1.5, minus 255, probably. But Ribovics does hit really hard. What's a Ribovics KO sitting at? Plus 550, damn. Can you imagine he hits it? Now, the money line is a great bet. Why fucking chase a KO? If you're looking for an underdog, I think Esteban Ribovics is your guy. At the very fucking worst, he is going to swing until the very end and give it hell. And I do think he's going to be the winner. So we're going Esteban Ribovics over Daniel Zellhuber. And let's keep running up this card. Let's jump to our featured bout of the night. We got Brian T. City Ortega versus Diego Lopes. This is a damn good one. I've been going with Diego Lopes all week. I am following the hype train. I do believe in the hype. Now, Brian Ortega is about as durable as they get. The dude took a lifetime worth of beating against Max Holloway, and then he came back and shit, he nearly choked out Volkanovski. So I got a lot of respect for T-City's jiu-jitsu, but here's the thing. He's facing off against Diego Lopes, who's a jiu-jitsu coach, who has really good grappling, who's very physically strong, who has more punching power, who has better boxing. And I think in a back-and-forth war, Diego Lopes is going to put on the performance of a lifetime. I believe in the skill set. The dude's elusive and athletic. He's got knockout power, and he's got sensational grappling. Brian Ortega's got sensational grappling, and he has insane durability. And his boxing is relatively good, but he's not super quick with the trigger, man. And sometimes I just feel like he doesn't bring his punches back that fast, and there's opportunities to crack him with big shots. And in a sense, Brian Ortega is maybe overly reliant on his durability. Not saying that Diego's going to flatline him, because I do think Ortega's got that freaky chin and he'll be able to take a beating. But I'm going with Diego Lopes to beat him. I think he's live to win a decision. In a back-and-forth war, I think Diego Lopes takes a win home. And if they're grappling, I see Lopes as the one ending up in top position, putting Brian Ortega in compromised positions. Looking at the odds, 1 second. Actually, I got to look at the recent fights. I want to mention this. Yair Rodríguez, 19-4. Obviously, we know him. He lost to Yair in the fight before, but then was able to come back and submit him. But Yair Rodríguez has always sucked on the ground. It's a fact. He's never really improved that much in the grappling. He's a dangerous striker, and he was whooping Ortega's ass in round number 1. Now, you can say, oh, the Dan Ige fight for Diego Lopes, he looked human. Dog, he was supposed to fight Ortega at 45, and then it became 55. And then he's taking on Ige, who's coming in at 170, and he had done the weight cut the day before, and Ige didn't. And Ige took the fight, on hours' notice, but it's a completely different matchup. That's a suboptimal circumstance for Diego Lopes, and he still won the fight clearly. So don't doubt Diego Lopes. I think he's got some goods, and I think he's going to perform better against Brian Ortega. Please don't judge him from the damn fight against Dan Ige, as that's peak level of freaking Diego Lopes, because it's not. Diego looks jacked. Dream, believe, and make it happen. There's the flex. He's looking fucking big too, man. There's the face-off. Listen, T-City looks a lot better than the pictures that were floating around on the internet of his physique this week. I think those were debunked, and they were from the last card when he pulled out. He looks a lot leaner, but Brian Ortega still, man, just doesn't have a menacing physique. He doesn't bring it. He doesn't have it. I don't know. He's got just kind of a average build for whatever fucking reason. He looks like Vincent Chase, though. I'm telling you. If you watched Entourage, this is the real-life Vincent Chase, bro. And he's got the same physique as him, too. It blows my mind whenever I see it. I never noticed it early on in his career, but now I'm like, holy shit, I can't unsee it after watching Entourage. Let's look at the face-off between these two, okay? There it is. Bada bang, bada boom. Now, Diego Lopes doesn't look that much taller. He is a little bit taller, but he definitely has some, clear-cut advantages in the muscle density, and he's also the leaner guy. I think he's quicker. I think he's going to be physically stronger, and I think he's taking home the biggest win of his life. Diego Lopes is an emerging star representing the new generation, and I think he's going to take out the old lion, Brian Ortega. Plus 165 for T-City, Brian Ortega. He's the underdog. Minus 190 for Diego Lopes, the favorite. Give me the Lopes side for the win. I see him taking it home. Diego Lopes is going to outdog T-City, Brian Ortega, and he's going to take home a massive decision. I'm going to call it a decision. Now, over 1.5, minus 240. I think it's going over 1.5. Ortega is extremely durable. He's got nice jiu-jitsu. I don't think he sells this fight early. I think he goes to war with Diego Lopes and loses a good old-fashioned back-and-forth barn burner. Plus 200 for Diego Lopes by decision. That's the official method of victory prediction. But like when I tell you that, I'm not telling you to go bet it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bet the money line, that would be the A side. The pick is Diego Lopes. I do think he outdogs Brian Ortega. I feel like it's his time now, and I'm going with the new generation over the old guard. Diego Lopes, really, he's in line for a title with the win too. Shit, he's going to be with 5 wins in a row as well. Biggest win of his life, Diego Lopes represent And I think he's going to do himself proud, and all the Lobo gym, they're going to be going crazy. And he's going to get a W for the Mexicans. Even though Ortega's got Mexican blood, Diego Lopes is a Brazilian who fights out of Mexico, and he's representing the Mexican people. So give me Diego Lopes for the win over Brian T. City Ortega in a badass feature fight. Let's keep running. Let's get to our co-main event of the evening. The ladies are going after it. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko 3. It all comes down to this one. We got a 1-1 against each other. Grasso has the win and then a fucking draw with Valentina. I guess it's 1-0-1, really. So if Shevchenko wins, do we have to do a quadrilogy? I don't think the UFC will want to do it. Now, I have been picking Alexa Grasso throughout the entire week. Alexa Grasso has an incredibly good boxing skill set, and she was able to hurt Valentina Shevchenko in the last fight. She's pretty quick. She closes distance well. She has good boxing combinations. She's a better boxer than Valentina Shevchenko. Now, Shevchenko definitely has nasty snapping kicks. She's still an incredible striker, but a lot of her success in their most recent fight was landing takedowns. I expect her to engage in a bit of grappling here, looking to get Alexa Grasso on the ground in an uncomfortable spot, control her from top position, beat her up a bit, because I don't think she's knocking Grasso out. But here's my issue. Shevchenko is 36 years old now. It's real. When you pass that 35 mark, there's a tad bit of a slowdown. Grasso is 31. So this is how I see it in my head. And tell me if you disagree in the comments. Shevchenko, old guard, probably holding on to her skill set, or potentially and maybe even likely having regressed a bit. Alexa Grasso, 31, best version of herself ever. Peaking, primed, and with the NOCHE UFC card being on Mexican Independence Day and representing the Mexican people as the sole Mexican champion, you got to think she's got a whole nother level of drive, and she wants to right the wrong. Last time it was a draw at NOCHE. That was disappointing as hell for her. So I know she's going to give it hell. I'm going with Grasso. She finds a way to beat Valentina Shevchenko. I'm picking her to win. I'm leaning decision as the official method of victory call, but it wouldn't be insane if Grasso got a finish because she did submit Valentina Shevchenko in their first fight. And you know what's crazy about Valentina? Like, we forget about this, but a lot of people felt she lost to Talia Santos. Like, we started seeing chinks in the armor even in the Jennifer Maia fight, right? Then she gets some W's, and then Talia Santos gives her work. And a lot of people felt Talia Santos should have got the nod at the end of it. She didn't. Valentina takes it home by decision, and then Grasso pulls off the massive upset. Then they fight again, and they draw. And granted, some controversy, right? Because it wasn't a 10-8 fifth round, and that one judge who scored it 10-8, if he would have scored it 10-9, it would have went towards Shevchenko. So yes, bad judging. But either way, split draw, a fight that could have realistically went towards Grasso or Shevchenko, and I wouldn't think it's crazy to give it to Grasso at the end of it, even though, you know, whatever the judges were thinking. I think Grasso's taking this one home, though. Now, as far as the scales, let's check them out. Valentina Shevchenko, she still looks in great physical condition. I'm giving credit where it's due, but I'm telling you, man, there's a tad bit of loss of muscularity. Maybe I'm delusional, but I see something in the shoulders is not the same as it was before. And then Grasso, she looks incredible. She looks to be in the best shape of her life. She looks more jacked than I've ever seen. She looks incredible. Let's check out the face-off. Let's see. How's the face-to-face looking? Let's see. Let's bring it up. Savage face-off, okay? We got the HD pics for this one. We got the professional photography on this one. Staring into each other's souls. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? Valentina Shevchenko, rehydrated, she looks pretty muscular too, but Grasso looks big. Grasso has put on some serious muscle over the years, man. And I think Alexa Grasso is going to do more damage in this fight. And in a back-and-forth war, my official prediction is going to be Grasso is taking it home on the scorecards. Yes, Shevchenko will have moments. Yes, she might win rounds. But at the end of it, the winner of the fight is going to be that woman right there, Alexa Grasso, and still UFC champion at the end of it all. Now, as far as the odds, Alexa Grasso's the favorite. She's minus 136 is the favorite. Shevchenko plus 116, the underdog. Give me the Grasso side for the win. If you're betting it, money line, the best side. If you want to go crazy and touch something, I mean, what? We had an over 4.5 at minus 215. That's risky, though. Might go over 4.5. Probably goes over 4.5. And then, let's see. Grasso by decision, plus 165. Grasso by KO, plus 800. And then Grasso by sub, plus 400. My initial lean for method of victory was Grasso by decision. I don't think it's crazy that she could somehow find a finish, but ultimately, you know, chasing one of those prop bets, maybe a bit riskier because Shevchenko is an OG savage. But maybe Grasso finds the back and chokes her out again. Or maybe she drops some hammers and Valentina's chin is gone. So maybe an inside distance Grasso isn't that crazy. Now I got to check this inside distance. Let's see. Inside distance for Grasso, if you want to pick her to get a finish but don't want to pick the method, plus 275. Either way, though, the money line is very bettable and definitely a world where this thing goes all 5 and Grasso takes it on the cards. I'm going and still champion Alexa Grasso to win the trilogy between her and Valentina Shevchenko. Let's jump to our main event of the evening. If you guys have not yet, make sure you smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We got Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. I've been picking Sean O'Malley throughout the week. I'm representing Team Sugar Show. I think O'Malley's taken a massive W home. Biggest spot of his entire career on a massive card that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So definitely going to be a lot of eyes. Granted, O'Malley always has a ton of eyes on him, but a matchup that is really going to test him. And I think a lot of people will garner more respect for Sean O'Malley if he goes out and knocks Merab out, or even just beats him, but knocking him out specifically is what I'm predicting. I think Sean O'Malley has a massive advantage in the striking speed, not even comparable. His footwork is off the chain. He's also a guy who's incredibly difficult to get a hold of. Merab is going to look to pressure wrestle, but Sean O'Malley has next level footwork. He's able to manage distance like very few fighters. He has extremely good boxing. He also has nice kicks. Granted, might be limited on the kicks a tad because he doesn't want to risk Merab catching one. But just with the hands, he's going to find Merab's chin a lot. You can see a 4-inch reach advantage. And something about Merab that you got to remember. Marlon Moraes dropped him and had him nearly out. Henry Cejudo wobbled him. Sean O'Malley touches that chin. Merab ain't getting up, man. He's going straight out on his back. Merab's a great pressure and chain wrestler. He's extremely good at closing the distance and striking to engage in grappling. But Sean O'Malley is incredibly precise. And there are chinks in the Merab Dvalishvili striking defense armor. And I think O'Malley is going to completely exploit them. I also feel like Merab may panic wrestle a bit and get caught with a clean counter. O'Malley has power going backwards. That's a major asset that he has in this fight too that needs to be mentioned. From the outside, from range, O'Malley can find that chin and ding up Merab, even if he's moving back. I don't think Merab is smothering him for 5 rounds. And O'Malley by knockout is live in every single round. He needs one shot. His combinations are next level. His footwork is off the chain. His precision striking is the best of the best right now. He's a special one. And I don't think Merab is taking the belt from the Sugar Show. I think Merab is going to try his hardest and he's going to get caught, dropped, and finished. And I have people to say, damn, Sean O'Malley really is that dude. Like, oh, Merab was saying, you didn't knock out Chito Vera. Dog, Chito Vera's fucking skull is made out of some different material. That guy is impossible to get knocked out. I don't understand it. Aljo got knocked out by him, though. And O'Malley reminded Merab his best friend got knocked out by Sean O'Malley. And I think Sean O'Malley's chinning another good smothering grappler. Merab also doesn't have the same level of back takes that Aljo does. Yes, Merab has great cardio, great pressure wrestling, and great striking to engage in grappling. But I don't think he's going to be able to take Sean O'Malley down and just beat him up. Because another aspect of O'Malley's game that I think is completely disregarded and underrated is his jiu-jitsu. O'Malley's got grappling skill too. It's not like he just trains striking. He's not some one-dimensional fighter. Sean O'Malley's the special one, and he's getting it done. KO win, Sean O'Malley. That's my official pick, but we got to check him out on the scales. Does it change anything? Merab Dvalishvili, he looks crazy. Merab is not, guys, I'm coming to win. Yes, guys. O'Malley, I beat him. Okay, Merab. All right, Merab, chill. He was rambling like a fucking madman at the damn weigh-ins. I was like, or excuse me, at the press conference. Like, damn, give it a second, Merab. Give it a second, Merab. I'll be champion. All right. His life is already made, he said. but now he wants the belt. Listen, he's a humble guy, as he says, and I like Merab. He's doing hard work. He's posting skits. He's having a lot of fun, but he's not going to be the world champion because he's running into this dude, Sean O'Malley, who looks shredded as hell. Both guys are in great shape. O'Malley with that skinny, jacked build, and I think it's the perfect antithesis physique to deal with a jacked, smother, pressure wrestler like Merab. O'Malley's slickness is going to be on display, and I think he's going to be slippery too. Merab's going to have a real hard time getting a hold of him. There's the face-off between the two. Merab looking like the crazy Georgian that he is. Absolutely jacked arms, but honestly, you know, Merab, surprisingly skinny legs. A little chicken leggy. Granted, obviously O'Malley is too. I'm not going side by side, but you know what I'm saying? For Merab's wrestling being that good, it's crazy how much upper body dominance he has in his physique. And then you got O'Malley looking slim and slender. But that's good for the stand-up and the slick striking. With his height advantage, the leverage edge, I think he'll be perfectly fine if they do engage in the clinch. O'Malley's going to showcase some slick defensive capabilities. He does have long arms, which could make a guillotine threat live. And Merab was put to sleep by a guillotine early in his UFC career. Something worth noting. Yeah, Sean O'Malley for the W. He's a lot taller. He's a lot longer. His striking's a lot better. And I think he's going to put on the performance of a lifetime and get a massive W over Merab Dvalishvili. And I'm doubling down on it because Sean O'Malley is the lock of the week. Sugar Show for the W. I'm locking it. I'm going the very bettable line. It was an underdog line initially. Now it's flipped to favorite status. O'Malley at -130. Merab at +108. I think Sugar Show's taking it home. I think the footwork is too good. The hands too clean. The precision too precise. And I think Merab's getting knocked out. I'm going with O'Malley, the slight favorite and still champion. Now I will officially predict O'Malley by KO +120. I don't know what that +4,000 is, but I'll tell you this. You can just money line it. You don't have to chase these crazy props. I mean, if you think maybe he's getting a gilly, +1,600. O'Malley submits Merab. He puts him to sleep with a damn ninja choke. Holy shit. That would be one of the most badass case scenarios. I think Sean O'Malley's winning. I don't think that Merab is chain wrestling him up. I don't think it's a wrestle fucking. I think it's a Sean O'Malley knockout win, highlight reel, action-packed fight, and a Sean O'Malley showcase. And still champion Sean O'Malley for the W in the NOCHE UFC main event. Those are the predictions for this weekend's UFC 306 card, but I'm not done just yet. I do want to talk about some post-weigh-in parlays. Now, what absolutely sucks is the width of like a Raul Rosas line. I mean, at -650, it sucked. But now you're getting it at nearly -1,000 at most spots. That's ass. But if you're looking for confidence, I mean, Rosas, Jauregui, now you're at 3-1. Yeah, it's a great play. It's a great play right there. You're really in a good position to make money. Not really. That sucks. Now, if you want to go lock ski, Sean O'Malley, now you got +140. So now we're talking a little bit. If you don't like the Sugar Show and you want to play Grasso, that's live as well. I mean, Ronaldo Rodríguez is definitely a savage dog to come through. I mean, granted, he's not an underdog, but he's a dog in fighting. Aldana, you got +336. There's ways you can mix and match it. I did a whole slew of parlays during this week's Best MMA Bets. I'll show you on screen. A little bit of my worry on this one is that over in the damn Osbourne and Rodríguez fight, just because how crazy Rodríguez is. And this is like a special preview. I never normally show Wednesday's picks here for the damn parlays, but not a horrible idea. Is the safety there with O'Malley? Well, for me, it better be because it's the fucking lock. Rosas Jr. and him was at +103 then, but now the odds have spread, and you're not getting nearly as good lines, man. Like, you're really going to add some steam to it if you want to chase some big plus money. If not, you're betting near even odds, man. Over 2.5 in that fight. +177 for the Aldana Dumont over, Rosas Jr., Jauregui, and Ronaldo Rodríguez. If you don't like Ronaldo Rodríguez and you just want to play that, it's -160, which essentially sucks. If you like the Sugar Show, you got +193. It's not a horrible idea. I also feel like Joshua Van's going to showcase, +318 for that. I have a harder time doing these absolute degenerate delusional parlays on this show because I feel like by the end of it, I'm thinking incredibly logically. I'm like, yo, give a 2-fighter play, a safer 2-fighter play. Like, what can we do? You want value? You want 2-fighter? I don't know how safe it is, but it's live. Torres and Rodríguez. Like, my favorite shit was getting slight plus money with O'Malley and Rosas, but you're not going to get that now because the odds have shifted a lot. That's why sometimes those earlier in the week parlays, the value's better. Like, if you put it together now, O'Malley at -125 and Rosas at -900, you got -100. I mean, granted, I guess technically plus 100. What is a double and still? And still, plus 218. Okay. And if you like Lopes too, plus 404. If you want to go Ribovics as the dog, plus 13. You're going Ronaldo. We're doing everything right. You better fucking be Mr. Precision if you're sweeping this whole thing. Yeah, this is insane. Plus 14,000 if I sweep the card. Not impossible. I think I'm damn due for a sweep. So I'm hoping that this is the event that I pulled it off. But be cautious with your parlays. Like, you can mix and match some prop bets with the whole lineup. Like, these are not my final calls. I'm just thinking, like, post weigh-in, is anything changing? I still like my tape study parlays that I dropped Wednesday and I showed you guys. It's just that over in the Rodríguez fight worries me a tad because simply both guys might come out like absolute sick savages. But there's definitely ways to mix and match it. Like, if you went for some, submission call for Rosas, now you're in a better spot, right? But you're chasing, though, because you're chasing a finish. Rosas by sub, putting it in your lineup, yeah, it's going to be way better than touching the damn junior they have it. That's why I'm not finding it. -150, right? You put a Rosas junior by submission and a sugar show together, like, that's actually a great value parlay, but he better lock up the sub. If not, you are going to probably punch something. And I don't want you guys breaking your hands and breaking your fucking walls by getting upset about losing. But those two together, then you threw Grasso in your lineup. But money lines are always better. Or like maybe an over in the Aldana fight. Or like the Ortega Lopes over 1.5. That's something worth talking about. Even if you took out Raul, you just had O'Malley and the over 1.5 there with Grasso. Different ways you can mix and match it. Be cautious with your bets. Please do your own research before throwing down heavy cash on these cards. I'm telling you what I'm thinking, and I've been telling you all week long. But overall, you got to know in your heart. And maybe you agree with some of the stuff I'm saying, and that doubles down your confidence. Guys, I hope you enjoyed another episode of the weigh-in recap show. This week's NOCHE card is a banger. I can't wait. I'm going to be live for the whole thing, so make sure you guys tune into that. Smash the like button here, and if you're new, subscribe it up. Whoa, something different. Am I missing something? You'll see it in the comments. I know the comments are going to go crazy. I know you guys might either flame me or hype me up. Either way, I appreciate each and every one of you. Smash the likes on your way out. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Definitely let me know what you thought of the predictions in the comments. And if you got nothing to say in those comments, as always, drop a W in the chat to boost the algorithm for your boy. Make sure you turn the post notifications on too, because I got daily content and daily live streams, and you don't want to miss a thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.